to the last show of the week, and being a Friday, it is a new album review today. Be looking at the new Yes album, The Quest, which was released 14 days ago, called The Quest. It's the 22nd studio album from Yes. Fantastic career. It's the first time an studio album has featured Billy Sherwood since The Ladder, which was 1999, as he did replace Chris Squire when he sadly died in 2015. So Billy Sherwood's been around with Yes, doing engineering on albums and playing on the odd track and that's for quite a long time. And this is the first Yes album without any original members. Yet none of the original members of Yes are on this album. And it was produced by Mr. Steve Howe. So how do we end up with a new Yes album? So they completed their touring commitments in 2019, and then that dreaded thing come along called COVID. Everything got cancelled. So they decided to, during the lockdown, to concentrate on an album. So the songs had been arranged. They were recorded in California and England. The orchestral arrangements were performed in North Macedonia, of all places. Frontman John Davison was the main lyricist on this. He wrote songs in various themes, including hope, optimism, and environmental issues. It was received well. People are saying it's a lot better than Heaven and Earth, and I tend to agree. So who's on it? We have got now John Davison, who does all the lead vocals. Steve Howe's still there on the guitars. Geoff Downes, as ever, on the keyboards and mellotron and everything else. Billy Sherwood taking up the bass duties, and the ever-present Mr. Alan White on drums. We've got additional musicians on here. We've got Jay Shellen, who did step in for Alan when he was on tour when Alan was ill with his back, I think. Then we've got the orchestral arrangement was done by Paul K. Joyce. The conductor of the orchestra is Oleg Kondratiu. So that's a little bit about how it all come together. So let's have a look at the tracks. Now, I did do a review when I first heard the first track, Icebridge, and we all thought this sounds like something by Francis Monkman. But I did find out. So I'm going to read what I found. So I do apologise if I keep looking at this, what I'm writing. So, when the Icebridge first came out, remember when I did the review, it was announced that it had been written by Jeffrey Downes and John Davison. And it's formed of 3 sections. And it originated from an idea that Downes had. And it was developed, the lyrics were developed and melody lines for John Davison. Where it come from? This sounds like Francis Monkman's Dawn of Error. So basically, this was worked in 1977 on a show reel, while Jeffrey Downes was composing jingles and library for music for West End productions. So however, he thought this is pretty good, and he sort of done for Yes. However, Dan Williams mistakenly, and he admits to this, believes that the composition was his own, as Monkman's track was put on the same tape. So what they did, Francis Monkman and Jeffrey Downes got together, had a little talk, and now Monkman receives a writing credit. So well done to Geoff and well done to Francis for sorting it out, because it is a really good track. Okay, it also sounds a little bit like Fanfare for the Common Man at the beginning, but there's no mention of that. It's got some nice guitar work in this track, as I said before, from Steve Howe. It's just classic sounding Yes. When they bring in all the little things that split them into three. It's called Eyes East, Raced Against Time and Interaction. Very, very good track. It does remind me of the old style Yes. Highlight of this is obviously Jeffrey Down's keyboard work he done on this absolutely superb track. Okay, the second track is called Dare to Know. This has got some lovely pastiche guitar work from Steve Howe. Get little bits from Close to the Edge, sort of feel there's bits of Starship Trooper that remind me of this track. Very, very good track. It was written by Steve Howe as well. Next track, Minus the Man, written by John Davison and Billy Sherwood. Again, Steve Howe. His guitar playing on this album is absolutely brilliant. He's back to his best. John Davison singing is fantastic. You forget that it's not John Henderson in places, because it sounds so much like him. Very, very, very good track. It's got all that classic, what you expect from Yes. Nice bass line, some great drumming from Alan White. Truly great. Leave Well Alone. Another good track. This is in three parts again. The first one is called Across the Border. Then we got Not for Nothing on Wheels. A Steve Howe composition. Again, this is just pure classic Yes. Everything that you would get on Drama, everything that you get from Close to the Edge and Fragile, all these elements are on this track. Very, very good. And Alan White's drumming is brilliant on this. It shows what a great prog rock drummer he is. The Western Edge. Again, this has got so many elements of classic Yes. There's little bits from the Relayer album. There's little bits from Tropic, the one I can't say it this morning. It's got everything on there that you want, and listening to it, you know you're listening to Yes. Okay, there's no original members, no Rick Wakeman, no Chris Squire, no John Anderson, but these guys are in the band now, are very, very good musicians. So hats off, they've still got that sound of Yes. Future Memories. The harmonies are brilliant in this, just like on the old Yes. It's fantastic. It's a great little track. Really like it. Music to My Ears. Now this is where we start getting a bit thing. This is very difficult. It's not got any of that traditional Yes in it. I'm still on an open mind. I really can't say if I like it or not. It's pleasant, but does it fit on the album? I don't know. The next track, A Living Island, split into three again. Brave Storm, Wake Up the Sea, Will Remember. Again, it's a pleasant enough track, but I don't know. You're trying to think, does this sound like Yes? And it's sort of, but it doesn't. Sift a Sleeping Soul. It's one of the weakest tracks on the album. I can't get my head around that one. I really can't. Although there's some great keyboard bits from Geoff on this. Mystery Tour. Again, it's very hard. It's a different sound in Yes. Damaged World. I don't know where it's going on this track. I really don't. Okay, let's sum this one up. On the whole, it's certainly a better album than Heaven and Hell, without any doubt. The disc one, because this is 2 discs, disc 1 is outstanding. It's disc 2 that I'm a little bit miffed about. I can't get my head round it. It's going away from prog. It's going more soft rock. I don't know. It may take a little bit longer to get used to this new sound, but when it comes to quality of musicianship, I can't falter it. And the production, Steve Howe has done a great job on this album. I know there's a lot of people out there that say it's not Yes, because A, it's got no original members, and everyone said Yes finished when Chris Squire passed. But you got to remember, Billy Sherwood's been involved with this band for a very, very long time. Geoff Downes has. I mean, he was on drama, so he's, although he's not an original member, he's a returning member. Steve Howe's been there since I think the first one he came in on. I don't know if it was the Yes album or the one before it. But you know, and Alan White's been there for a long time. You've got a solid. These doubters, go and listen to it. Okay, the second disc is not as good, but the first disc is Yes, without a doubt. So I do like the album. Well, I like the first disc. It is really good. So I'm going to give The Quest an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Now, I don't know where this would sit with the rest of the Yes catalogue. I'm debating if to do a Yes on a marathon in the new year, when I've had more chance to listen to this album. I've made a decision. I wasn't going to do ranking the Yes albums, but at the end of January I will. It'll give me a longer time to listen to this new album, and then I can be able to probably say where it really sits within the catalogue. But at the moment, I do enjoy the album. It's a very good album. Hopefully the other tracks will grow on me. We'll wait and see. Okay, so we'll know now that we are doing a Yes ranking at some stage. Okay, that was the last show of the week. It's quite a nice day in Northampton. Got a few bits to do. Whatever you're doing this weekend, enjoy yourselves. Go and watch some live music if it's out there. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend. And once again, thank you for all your support. I really appreciate you watching. Take care for now.